Today I want to share my first impressions of the Choose Your Legends 9 units in Fire Emblem Heroes. We got the Fae channel and we got the banner trailer, but I'll do a proper full breakdown once we get the data mine. I'll just be covering the standout traits for this video. First up, second place for the boys is Male Byleth. A little bit of a surprise for his outfit because after last year's female Robin just copying male Robin, everyone was kind of worried they were going to throw Male Byleth in the Sothis Regalia too. If they weren't going to do that, then everyone kind of assumed Gerald's outfit would be the next pick since CYL winners have lots of characters dressed as their parents or siblings. Instead of either of those picks, Male Byleth went with the slick Officer's Academy outfit. The hat has been a top tier accessory for years. This outfit was from the Three Houses DLC, like the Sothis Regalia. Well, it's kinda sad that neither Byleth dressed up as Gerald. Byleth's relationship with the students as their professor is an important aspect of Three Houses. In that way, I think this outfit still fits that CYL theme of dressing up as someone important to the character. Now as a unit, Byleth is this year's Swordmaster stand-in. Unless I can't math, we are indeed in Generation 10 base stat totals. For old skills, Byleth's got Gust to combo with the new attack and speed Faith. Byleth's Sublime Creator's Sword has Sling and Distant Counter. He has long range buffs for +5 stats, debuff neutralization, and 7 HP on hit healing. Byleth gets the same bonuses and has true damage and Excel type flat damage reduction based on the number of positive statuses in the fight. Nothing unusual from typical speedy units so far. Things get a little crazy though because Byleth gets Sublime Heaven Style. This is a 3 range attack where Byleth gets pre-impulse and extra true damage if he procs a special against beasts or dragons. There are some drawbacks to this style. Bulwark can block Byleth from sniping foes behind a front line. Another downside, Sublime Heaven has a 2-turn cooldown. Obviously still a powerful ability, but there are some balancing factors. For Byleth's unique A skill, he's got Professor's Guidance. This skill grants 50% DR piercing and a 100% potent follow-up. Every turn, Byleth will hand out no follow-up, times Pulse cooldown, and a new Professor's Guidance status. This status gives 2 times SP after combat. Absolutely disgusting power creep right there. For its actual combative effect, this status gives +R stats and -1 cooldown after combat. In addition, this status has the twin save effect of triggering any % DR from specials 2 times in a fight instead of only once. This is a very good ability and was tied to Fallen Allura's Fell's Spirit status, so here's another way to get it. Those Alluras can still give Nilsi Disrupt, so they're still a good support option. Well, Byleth will have an answer to that with a new Nilsi Avoid B skill. On top of neutralizing sweep effects, this skill has a +7 phantom speed effect and built-in 80% DR against AoE specials. It does a speed comparison, and if you have higher speed, you will get more true damage up to 15 max if you outspeed by 10 or more. Last, this skill has 20% speed as flat DR. An interesting combo of Nilsi Disrupt and Dodge for skills, though we've replaced the in-combat % DR for flat DR and added true damage for outspeeding. If you didn't know, Dodge's % DR actually works on AoE specials. This skill retains that benefit and cranks it up to 80% like the anti-AoE status. Brave Male Byleth definitely has a similar vibe to Fallen Male Allure with that speedy distant counter plus Nilsi Disrupt Swordmaster skill set. Byleth can also share the twin save effect and will have a bunch of other support perks too. He can go on the offensive with Sublime Heaven Style, and he's got a fun 100% potent follow-up. I think my only gripe with this ult is that they already made an animation for sort of the creator's chain whip attack, but they didn't use it for this ult. It's a bit disappointing. Either way, summer is just about over, so time for the professor to get back to teaching. Next, second place for the ladies is Brave Baldr. She doesn't look that different, but Baldr's inspiration comes from Hother, and that's clear as day because she's got a gun. I like that it's got a bayonet and a magazine this time. Maybe Allfather is just gonna pull out a rocket launcher or something at this point. Speaking of which, the little circular part of Baldr's skirt kinda does resemble Allfather's crown. As a unit, Baldr is a blue flying archer like her sister. She retains her high attack and speed stats, though do not underestimate her defenses. Baldr will come with Speed Taker and Daily Miasma for extra stat advantages. Her weapon is Truth Seeker. She can hand out 50% DR piercing and bread type cooldown support, plus Baldr's got 3 movement and IO shield for herself. Baldr will have no extra special charge to pair with Speed Taker for full tempo. Baldr can get true damage based on statuses, and she keeps her Excel type flat damage reduction effect from her main form. It's worded slightly differently, but basically if Baldr has Triangle at disadvantage, she only gets 20% speed as flat DR. If not, then she gets a massive 50% speed as flat damage reduction. To stand out from the mythic form, Truth Seeker has Weapon Triangle Green style. Baldr literally just becomes a green unit, but this won't affect other skills that are based on unit's color. Essentially, Baldr can always get her 50% speed as flat damage reduction effect, since against green foes you just get the neutral matchup now. This won't work for the enemy phase since you can't use styles there. Baldr's style will also impact her unique A skill, Heaven's Stead. Baldr gets Kanto and full no follow-up. Each turn, Baldr can inflict Triangle Adept and Exposure onto closest foes. When she fights enemies with Exposure, or if she fights with Triangle Advantage, Baldr gets Brave attacks. Exposure can be cleansed, but you can't do anything about the weapon Triangle. Baldr will Brave attack red foes guaranteed, but with her style, she can do the same to blue foes as well. To take things further, she inflicts Triangle Adept, so the attack multiplier goes up to 40% on both sides. Now, while Baldr can switch between blue to green with her style, everyone else now has to be more wary of the weapon Triangle. You can negate this with Cancel Affinity, which is what Fallen Leon does. However, the only other way to get Cancel Affinity, besides running the terrible B skill, is via Maribel's Punishment Staff for Fine. That is a super niche use case from a very old unit, but maybe this will be the year if Triangle Adept gets some kind of skill upgrade. It's still so funny that Baldr is so weapon Triangle focused in 2025. You know, at least someone remembers that thing exists. Brave Baldr will have one more surprise, and that's a new inheritable special. Archrival is a 5 cooldown special for physical damage units, except for Beast. It boosts damage equal to X% of the greater of the unit's or foe's attack stat. If you have Weapon Triangle Advantage, it's 80% attack scaling. If not, it's 70%. Like every other special these days, there's a secondary defensive component. Archrival gives 40% DR for first attacks, guaranteed, and it inflicts guard on the foe. If you have Weapon Triangle Advantage, the user gets -2 instant cooldown, and the foe gets +2 cooldown before the user's first attack. Archrival is kinda crazy. Very high 5 cooldown, but unlike other 40% DR effects, you do not need specials ready, or you don't need any stat checking. It also gives 40% DR on Brave hits. I'm gonna test it, but I assume this means with the twin save effect from Byleth, you get 40% DR on an entire quad attack. Now Archrival come with built-in guard, which is gonna be good with Baldr's tempo. This is because of on top of the -2 instant cooldown, Archrival will scour the enemy, and this time you can scour defensive specials. If the foe doesn't have no guard, they cannot charge the special while Baldr unleashes her Brave hits with Archrival proccing on the second hit. If she takes a counterattack and she quads, you could get 2 activations. The main catch for Archrival is that the cooldown effect only works with Triangle Advantage. Baldr can switch between blue or green when attacking, but in other matchups you can't guarantee anything. Things will get even more complicated for inheriting on other units. I will say that I kinda love seeing the weapon Triangle come back into relevance. Units with Raven Tome effects might be good users of Archrival, though I don't know how many units even have a Raven Tome effect that can use this skill. Going back to Baldr as a unit, 3-move Flying Archer will be tough to stop, and Baldr won't be very squishy in the right matchup. She could be weaker than expected though in bad matchups, then that's due to Triangle Adept. Now I have to assume Brave Baldr is supposed to be an answer to Mr. Black Knight. Natural Triangle Advantage, and without outside help, BK is never proccing his special. Also, he will only get 30% DR, and I don't know if Reflex alone is enough to KO Baldr since she's gonna get a lot of damage reduction herself. I guess we'll find out shortly if Armor Blessed by the Goddess works against other gods. For first place in the men's division, Brave Eikthyrnir is quite literally here to flex on some people. He was even doing it in the Fae channel itself. Now Eik's outfit is pretty clearly inspired by Marauder. I like the addition of the blue holographic rings on these dumbbells, plus the blue around the floating crown part. Brave Eikthyrnir is a pleasant surprise because he is switching from a Beast Cavalier to an Armored Beast. In terms of stats, Eik was already built like an armor, and now he's gonna get the extra stats of 1 too. If I can math, I think he has 50-50 attack and defense. For old skills, Eik has attack and defense fortune and assault fighter. He will also introduce Swap Gate, which, like the reposition upgrade, just adds Kanto 1 to the swap assist. For his weapon, Eik has Tempered Antler. He gets built-in 3-space Warp Bubble for melee and 4-space for ranged. Each turn, Eik will buff up the team with +6 attack and defense, low and no panic. He adds a new fringe bonus status as well. Like usual, Eikthyrnir will give +3 to all field buffs for nearby allies. For combat, Eik has the same true damage and flat DR effect as his other forms. It's based on the total number of field buffs on Eikthyrnir or any ally within 3 spaces. To get even tankier, this version has the Excel type effect, so double flat DR against specials. So far, Brave Eikthyrnir covers all the same bases as before, and he's now going to protect your team's buffs from panic, while also neutralizing enemy buffs. The main way to mess with Eik's bonus doubler support was to just lull those buffs away. The Brave Vault will kind of fix this problem because Fringe bonus is just bonus level 4 as a status. Like Eik's weapon, you can now borrow field buffs from allies to turn those into extra stats. Fringe bonus is going to be pretty disgusting with the anti-dual Marth. His Fire Emblem status is just an even better Fringe bonus, and these are going to stack. You can add any other bonus level 4 type effects for extra fun. Before we get to his unique special, Eikthyrnir brings a new Briar P save variant. The P stands for physical apparently. Fallen to Do was an early look at having near and far save at the same time. This new Briar P save will do the same. The catch is that you can only save against physical damage foes. The rest of this skill is just the Briar save skill effect, except it also disables adaptive damage. That's a great add-on because obviously the users of this skill just want to stack defense only. On to Brave Eik's unique special, Mighty Roar. This is a 3 cooldown special that deals 60% defense as damage. It has many other effects. Mighty Roar will have 40% DR on all attacks, and Eik gets instant cooldown based on the total number of field buffs on him or nearby allies. Eik will also get Hardy Bearing if he wins a defense check. There is a Scary Division symbol, but Mighty Roar just copies Summer Eikthyrnir's instant cooldown effect. The more field buffs you have, the more cooldown Eikthyrnir will get. There is another portion of Mighty Roar that is pretty wild. If Eikthyrnir has P-Save equipped, he will give +6 resistance and Magic Twin Save to a target ally. This is going to be his support partner or the highest res ally. Magic Twin Save is pretty much the opposite of Briar Physical Save. Instead of taking magic damage, Eikthyrnir is going to give that duty to someone else. They will use their savior on incoming magic damage and they're going to get the Twin Save effect. If you're wondering why we've been getting spammed with so many Ice Wall units, that could be the reason. I am pretty impressed that they turned Lamarder's Force Savior into a positive gimmick for Brave Eikthyrnir. Obviously, you could screw over your own team, but at least this time you have control of who's going to be the magic savior. In general, Eikthyrnir is still going to have his buffing gimmick, and he's improved it with a bonus level 4 status. Eik will cover physical saving while handing out magic savior to an ally. He has Warp Bubble and Hardy Bearing, plus he'll probably launch his special unless the enemy brings multiple layers of Scowl. That counterattack will also include Briar's Damage Reflection. All in all, if you like field buffs and buff guys, then Brave Eik will continue to be a fun looking unit. Last up we have Brave Sharena. The devs may not give Sharena the spotlight enough, so we're gonna force them to with this ult. We'll see how it progresses, but I do like that the book's 6 Tempest Trials side plot is kinda just Sharena and Ash mainly so far. Back on track, Brave Sharena is dressed up as her mother, Henriette. The queen is still alive, for now, and even though we haven't seen her properly fight outside the Valentine's ult, she does carry a tail. I wasn't really expecting it, but Brave Sharena will be a green mage cavalier. She's gonna go with her dual ult's very offensive stat spread. Sharena's only old skill is Magic Light for some DR piercing, everything else is new. To start, Sharena's tome has Sling, true damage based on statuses, no follow-up, some healing, and the same 100% potent follow-up like Byleth. Potent for range units is rare, but otherwise nothing too crazy so far. Sharena will have a unique C skill, just like Mother. It gives Kanto Distance, extra stats, and true damage, and good old Miracle for survival. Sharena is pretty much going full glass cannon, interesting contrast to the new Veronica who is depending on unpierceable %DR. On top of these things, Sharena is going to give out Empathy and a new Creation Pulse status. This is literally just the Creation Pulse C skill, so if the foe has 2 negative statuses, then you can get minus instant cooldown. Sharena is going to be firing off an instant Magic Light and possibly recharge it for her potent follow-up. So far, Sharena is just another offensive mage cav. What is going to make her special are 2 effects on her weapon and C skill. After acting, if an ally within 3 spaces initiates combat, Sharena gets an extra action and refreshes Kanto. This should be familiar because this is what Dual Sharena introduced. To add to this effect, after an ally initiates, Sharena will give that ally an extra action as well. Brave Sharena brings a new way to refresh your team. This ally refresh will not be consumed if the ally has an extra action in their kit, such as Edelgard or the Gale Force special. If there's another extra action effect not from the ally, such as Share Spoils, which is a status, then Sharena's refresh will be consumed at the same time. Now, there are some limitations, but otherwise, Sharena is going to be a crazy partner for initiation-focused teams. Sharena will bring 2 new inheritable skill lines. Speedomer's Shackle inflicts a new Shackle status for each stats. Shackle inflicts a set -4 debuff in combat, and you can increase this for every negative status active on the enemy, up to a -8 debuff total. Shackle statuses are a new way to help your team, but for the user of this skill, they will also inflict another -4 speed and res, and deal true damage based on negative statuses. If there are 4 active, you can get 15 true damage. Shack was going to be for range camps and flyers, which is nice, and it doesn't involve any res checks or debuffing. It's not the fanciest status, but it is another potential minus a debuff on top of your other penalties you can inflict. Sharena's last new skill is attack and speed Aria. If initiating or near an ally, you can get +7 attack and speed with a bonus equal to the max special cooldown count. When you trigger your special, you will deal true damage equal to your max cooldown count times 5. If you have brave attacks, you only get a multiplier of 3. For Sharena, her Slaying Magic Light is on 2 cooldown, that means +9 attack and speed and 10 extra true damage on special trigger. For the lower cooldown specials, Aria might not be a huge increase over Slice with Sparrow, but this is a mixed phase skill. Interestingly, Aria is going to be a mage and healer only skill. Now, despite Faye the Owl giving up on reading Sharena's skills, she honestly isn't that complex. Glass Cannon Miracle Mage Cap isn't anything new. Sharena will handle Empathy and a new Creation Pulse status. With Shackle's 2 statuses, Sharena will charge Magic Light due to Creation Pulse. If she tanks a counterattack and follows up, she can recharge Magic Light in time for the 100% potent follow-up. Try to get Sharena no guard if possible. Now, Sharena's true gimmick is her extra actions. Not only can she refresh herself, but she can refresh an ally at the same time, as long as they're near Sharena. I mean, with Miracle being involved, Rings of Mercy shenanigans should be pretty obvious here. You gotta watch your back. The Choose Your Legends 9 banner will begin tonight or next reset, whenever that is for you. Take notice, it only lasts for the more standard 2-ish weeks. As usual, CYO banners come with 4 spark opportunities. You can get a hero of your choice after 40 summons, but you may only pick each winner one time. If you don't want to summon, or you can't get a certain someone, or you just want more copies, everyone will get a free pick of one of the winners. Since I like to collect everyone, I usually save my free pick till after I'm done summoning. You can sit on the free pick for up to 2 years if you really want. This is going to be because after 2 years, the free pick is retired. At the end of this month, the Choose Your Legends 7 free pick is ending. Use it if you still got it. This is also an early warning that unless something changes, expect CYL 7 refines to happen next month. Looking forward to seeing what they end up doing for this batch. If you heard about the rumors going around, this year's CYL Grand Hero Battle Unit may not be a huge surprise. After a million years, we are finally getting a playable regular Bruno / Zacharias. I don't think they ever said his other name out loud. Regardless, Bruno is back. In the recent data mine, Bruno's spike got updated, which tipped some people off that he might become playable. If you've been playing the current Tea Time Tempest Trials, then Veronica's conversation with Ingrid and Nana heavily foreshadowed Bruno's return. I honestly can't believe they were teasing this in game. Now, after the OG and Book 6 versions, playable Bruno is going to get another update to his unique tone. As seen from the clip, he does still get Vantage and at full HP in some way. It also seems like Bruno will handle Anathema and the follow-up status, plus maybe some field buffs as well. Bruno has always been a faster Blue Mage Cavalier, and aside from what skills he has, I assume he's going to continue to focus on attack and speed. If you want to outfit Bruno with some premium stuff, there might be a new Mage Cavalier with some fancy DR Piercing Mage special, and then perhaps 2 new attack and speed focused skills that Mage Cavs can use? Maybe Sharena will be willing to share some of her new skills. There are a few additional bits of news to share. Thanks to Generation 10 BST, Dragonflower caps are getting increased. For the Super OD infantry units, they can now take 40 Dragonflowers, which is +8 to all stats. To keep up with the new caps, the upcoming Forging Bonds event will have an extra 1,000 of each Dragonflower type as a reward. Go and get them. Last, if you are on X Twitter, then there is an event to help select advice for various problems from Fire Emblem characters. Like other years, these are just fun flavor text conversations involving the new CBL winners. That will be it for this video. I will be working on my full breakdown, plus we'll talk about Bruno more after that. Let me know your thoughts, and who are you planning to get for CBL 9? I don't have any +10 plans this year myself, but I always try to get a copy of everyone available. Now that we know Bruno is being released for real, I kinda want to +10 him, just because. We'll see if he ends up wanting Sharena's fodder or not. Thank you for watching though, good luck on your summons, and I will see you in the next video.